I have a great group of experts here giving us some ideas and suggestions on how to get out of a bad situation. A bad relationship is not necessarily an abusive one, but something that's emotionally crippling, intimidating, threatening is also as bad. A lot of times women are afraid to seek help, Mindy, because they don't want to lose what they do have. And many times the partner has said to them, I'll take away your kids. If you complain or you make these allegations against me, I'll get the house. I control the money. And that, for a lot of women, would really paralyze them.
The law protects them from that, though. And one of the first things I would say when you talk about women being victims or getting empowered is getting the knowledge and the education so that they know where they do, in fact, stand. You need to find somebody where you can find out the information. You need to take those steps and be strong enough to either find a lawyer that you need to be comfortable with. Make sure that you demand it. At some point, you have to take responsibility and make sure you find a place where you feel comfortable getting the answers.
You specialize in mediating so that divorce doesn't have to be incredibly painful or difficult. But in the cases where domestic violence is concerned, do you usually find those people at a mediation table, or is there any hope for mediation there?
There are certain situations which are not mediation appropriate, and physical abuse is certainly one of them. Now, I have seen some emotional cases. I think that it depends on how serious or significant it is, but there needs to be a balance of power, which I work to equalize the parties in my room. But if they walk out the door and one party is frightened and threatened by the other, then mediation won't work.
A lot of women who don't have any money because the man has been controlling it or has taken it or whatever, are saying, I can't even go to an attorney. I can't even afford an attorney. What do you say to them?
There are different circumstances under different settings. Recently, I had a woman actually call me and she said, I can't even get to the financial documentation to show legal aid that I don't have money.
Right.
And I contacted an attorney on her behalf and said, she needs a litigation attorney. I do mediation. Will you talk to her, understand the situation, and work with it?
Mindy, if someone is getting out of a bad relationship, and it doesn't have to be an abusive one, what's the best piece of advice for them to get what they deserve from the marriage or the relationship?
Get control of your finances. Know what's there. Look at those statements. Get your log information. So when women often come to me and ask me if they're going to be adequately protected, they need to know what their financial information is so that they can make decisions and be educated and make choices for themselves.